Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Miss KK and this is The Wave. It is your weekly show that looks at topics related to personal, family and business finances, and our hope is that by the time we get to the end of this series, you are really better equipped to make sound financial decisions. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate. And if you are already a returning subscriber, and awesome appreciation to you guys for always interacting with us on our comment section as well as on social media, in particular the Q&A Thursday and the recently launched Knowledge Check Friday. We really appreciate, and also giving your feedbacks on how my videos have changed your life and has improved your finances. I really just appreciate that. All right, today I'm introducing something relatively new. I normally do a reel on Instagram where I do monthly roll call of budget reminders, where I just go out there to remind people that if you are really getting paid, do check your budget, do check what went well last month and incorporate it in this month's budget. So I thought, why not bring it on YouTube and actually do a detailed video where I actually look at some of the lessons learned for me from the people around me for the month that just ended, so that I can share this with you guys and so that you can always have a place to go back and reflect on it. So today I'm doing budget busters for March. Things that really I wasn't expecting that hit our budget that sort of derailed us. So I'm gonna start with number one is the car disc expiring. Okay. So if you have a car, you notice that you normally pay for a car disc that runs on a 12-month rolling cycle. So if your car disc expires today, next year it will expire at the same time around this time. So for some odd reason, I didn't think about it, and one of the cars actually, the disc is actually expired, and that was an 850 that I didn't budget for. So it's not really so much of a budget buster, but it's something that you didn't budget. And if every cent in your budget is allocated, or your breathing room that you leave, or your margin of safety that you leave in your room is very little, then that means it can actually change a lot of things for you. So we had to fork up 850 Namibian dollars to be able to renew this car disc. Second thing is my glasses breaking. So this is actually a new set of glasses that I have. I had an old pair that are cracked. I was at an office function and was there to support some of our trainees getting their results, and as they got their results, say they've made it in the exam, they jumped in celebration and my glasses flew off my eyes, fell on the ground and cracked. And I've been like delaying to go to the optometrist despite the fact that I am on medical aid and I was due for new glasses anyway. So if anything, I was just going to pay a small portion, but I was like, okay, it's fine, I'll just go there. It's in the middle of the month, I'll just go there. I didn't really budget to pay for glasses this month, so I'll just take something within my benefits. And besides, the eye test is going to be free anyway. So I get there, I get the receptionist or the guy that was assisting me to check my benefit. I got, you know, frames and everything that was within my medical aid, and then after they processed everything, they actually told me medical aid is rejecting to pay the eye test. So I then called medical aid to ask them, why are you guys rejecting to pay the eye test? And they told me, no, you went to the optometrist last year in October. But then I remember that last year in October I had itchy eyes, so I went to the optometrist to get something for my eyes and to ask what's happening. That constituted as eye test, and therefore I had to fork out the eye test from my pocket. If you are a medical aid candidate or patient, they normally charge you 450. So, but if you are a cash patient, they will normally charge you 250. So they said because I'm paying cash, even if I am a medical aid patient, they will just charge me 250. So that was, if you add now the 850 plus the 250, we are looking at already 1,100, 1,200, about round about there. So that is already money that we had to spend that was not budgeted for. Then our geyser at the house stopped working, so the tenants called us to say they bath in cold water. Something is wrong with the geyser, it is not warming up the water. So that means again we had to go look for an element, we had to go to call a plumber, we had to buy the element and pay for the plumber, and I think that was about 450 if I'm not mistaken. Again, that's already 1,500, 600 that you are looking at that you hadn't budgeted for. And lastly, my friend had a daughter that had a birthday, and she really looks up to me. So my friend asked if I could make it, and I was like, sure, I'd love to be there and I'd like to make her day. So I had to buy a gift. That wasn't also something I had budgeted for, but because I felt like I needed to give something, I had to spend another 250 to buy the gift. So if you add it up, those are things that popped up, that went in the budget that I ended up spending for. So these are really things that we called unfavorable variance. That means what you spend is more than what you budgeted for. So the lesson here is for you to actually identify these things that are popping up. Are they actually critical, or are they just you going out of your way? For example, the birthday, it's not critical. I could pop up without a gift, but my finances weren't so constrained for me not to afford a gift. So I thought it's fine. I, in any case, have an entertainment budget. I, in any case, have a giving portion. So if I go over my giving portion this month, maybe next month I can just allocate a little less to giving because I've already accounted for it this month. On the other hand, the car disc, that is something I have just completely forgotten. It's critical, it's urgent. If your car disc goes off, you have 21 days for you to make the payment, and if you don't make the payment, your car is not going to be roadworthy, and for you to put it back on the road, it needs to undergo roadworthiness test, and roadworthiness test is not the easiest of things. It means that your car needs to be spotless, faultless, things needs to be fixed, and things needs to be, it might cost you actually a lot more to do a car to do a roadworthy test than actually just you renewing your car. So those are the evaluations that you need to do in order to determine whether it's worth spending money in these pop-up expenses. All right, just in conclusion here, I just also want to highlight some of the impulsive buys or impulsive decisions that popped up along the month where I've done well, I didn't do well. That are some of the reasons why a lot of us actually are going over budget. So this thing of instant gratification, you want it in the moment. You can't wait another day. You can't wait another hour. You need to buy it now, simply because it's on sale, or someone is selling it to you, or you just saw it somewhere and you thought, oh, I actually need that. So the one example of an impulsive decision is, in the process of me going to shop for this birthday gift, I actually went into Learning Nation and I saw this ring light, and I was like, oh wow, I actually need the ring light for my YouTube channel. But I have actually been looking for the ring lights. They were just expensive, or I just felt like they were not worth the money, and I could still get around filming without a ring light. And I finally saw one at 298, and all the others I've seen prior to that were 600. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity for me to buy this ring light, because number one, I've been looking for it. Number two, I need it. Number three, it's the cheapest I can find. So I actually had to buy it, because I was out of town, so it was in Walvish Bay, and I now live in Finton. So if I leave it in Walvish Bay, I need to come back to Walvish Bay for another time to come and buy this thing, and the transport for me to come back for it would outweigh the benefit. So I thought this is the perfect time for me to buy it. So that was one impulsive decision buying that I did this month. On the other hand, I was telling myself I need to start this idea, and for me to start this idea, I need this training, or I need this course. And then I was busy scrolling on Facebook, and our internet is so smart. It's as if the search engine reads what you search on your phone, such that when you go on Facebook, you obviously start seeing those things because they are targeting you, because they know that you are interested. So if you just, for example, search that you would like to go on holiday, then when you go on Facebook, all of a sudden all you see is deals for air tickets, deals for hotel, and things you wouldn't have seen if you didn't search for that. So I think that's what happened. I wanted to do this online, to buy this online thing. And then I was up at night scrolling on Facebook, and this free lecture popped up around the same subject. And in that same subject, in that free lecture, towards the end, they were doing a promotion and saying the first 20 customers to pay this, they will be able to get a 40% discount. So I thought, here's my perfect opportunity again, 40% discount. I really need this thing. It's gonna up my business, etc., etc. And then I was like, okay, I took my bank card, and the amount this time was 5,200. And I took my bank card, and I was like, I need to sign up for this thing, but I couldn't find where on the website I need to go to be able to buy this. And then I asked the guy, and he said, no, because you are from Namibia, we don't support payments from that country. And I thought, really? But then I actually realized, did I really need to spend 5,000? In my head, I was already convincing this is going to be my investment for the month. Like, the way I was justifying that purchase decision is not even funny. So I was like, I'm just highlighting these things that you need to be mindful of, this impulsive decision, this age of instant gratification, these things of wanting to buy things in the moment. Give it about 72 hours and think through it. The next morning when I woke up, I realized I really didn't even, I can still go around and find other cheaper platform, find other free platform, find other things, and not having to put up front. Because if you invest in so much money, you're going to be so stressed wanting to make that money back, and if the business idea doesn't work out, you've basically just wasted your money. So really, this is all I had from this discussion. Number one, to just recap, identify budget busters. Number two, deal with instant gratification. Learn to resist yourself, learn to give yourself time to process these things, and learn to evaluate which ones are needs and which ones are want. And just because something on sale, it doesn't mean you need to buy it. Buy it if it's on sale, you saved for it, you've been looking for it, and you think now is the perfect time to buy it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for always stopping by. As always, please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, it is goodbye, and please, please, please stay safe. Bye-bye.